Good morning, everyone. This is Michelle from Purposeful Happiness, and I had just a little quick tutorial on how I got this border tape to work. The only thing I used was athletic tape, some dies, stamps, and then scissors. That's about it. So I made a couple of different types. This was the first ones that I tried. First few borders. You can cut it into washi or just use it as a border. But as I started to do the Asian themed one, I really like the impact of the bright color. So that's what we're going to work on today, is a few more of these pieces, maybe with a couple of different stamped images on it to see how those look. So it's really just experimenting at this point. And then that's just how I will store it, as a freezer paper, and I will put it aside for later. Okay, so we'll get started. I am running out of the color box ink that I had used to really get the vibrant color, but we'll try to see if I can get a little bit more out. I'm ordering some more because I liked it so much. I actually hadn't used those in a while. So I'm going with the red and gold theme primarily. So I'm trying to use whatever I had for my reds to see what color I can get. And so I tried doing it with the ink first and then the stamp. And as you can tell, the stamp second works so much better. This one had the stamp first and the ink on top of it and just washed it out. So I would recommend coloring your tape before stamping it. I just had a better result. Now, if you want your stamp to be more muted, then that works too. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this color box. I'm just going to rub it on the tape. And the neat part about this is it really does just look like a piece of fabric. And I don't care if there's wrinkles in it. I want it to look like it's fabric. The other thing I'm doing is I'm just sort of smearing it to see what we can get. And I have a couple of daubers here, or blenders, and you can come back in and work that if you need to smooth out some of the color if you don't like the fabric showing through as much. But on here I do, because I'm going to come back in with some of this gold, and I'm using my brown ink blender because I didn't want to ruin the yellow. So we'll just come in here and put some in. And as you can tell, it's not as bright as I would want. So I may try another yellow while we're working on this and just see if it works. Here's a little pigment ink pad. It's okay. It's not doing anything too great, but that's all right. We'll just keep going. Just pull out of what you have, your supplies, and see if any of it works with what you're trying to do. And I'm just going to spin it and see. So I really like how that's coming out. For some of them, I use this darker red to bring a little more to it. Again, it's just a matter of playing around with your inks until you decide you have the color that you like. For some reason, this color box, and I accidentally tore my sponge doing this yesterday, really gave me much better results. As you can see, it just leaves maybe like a stain on the fabric, an unintentional mark. And that's what I really liked about the last pieces that I had done. So we'll just do that again. And I'm just about out of this. So I ordered a regular stamp pad. I don't know if it'll do the same thing. Now I could come in, that's pretty pitiful. I could come in and maybe use something, this might be a little more raspberry. Yeah, I really don't want the raspberry. So we'll just see how much more of this ink we can get. And I'm just gonna rub it around. And this is when I needed some rubber gloves, because I already have a mess. I'll just pick that back up and put it away. And really, that's as simple as it is. You can come back in. We better cover all these back up. You can come back in and add more. Put your stamps down. So this stamp set is Hero Arts and Art of the Card, and I'm trying to see what set this is. Somebody might know what set it is. I cannot tell. If I find it, I'll put it in the link below. So we'll just open it up, and I think I wanted to try the lantern, and gosh, I kind of like the idea of the pagoda and some cherry blossoms. Let's do a smaller. We'll just see how this turns out. If it doesn't work, we'll just make some more tapes. No big deal. So I think I'm going to go with the pagoda first, since it's a bigger stamp. And we will just get it. I found this stamp set at a secondhand art store, and I wasn't sure how I was going to use it, but I'm really enjoying this idea. So it depends on how dark you want it. You can press it down harder, ink it up more. And I think I like the pagoda without the moon, but that's all right. We'll just do one more here. And I'm not going to press as hard because I didn't want that piece on it. And we will come back and clean this area. I'll clean my stamps after the video. So I think I want to try this lantern, see what we get from it. Make sure it's inked up well. Oh, the lantern's not bad. Maybe we'll come over here and again, right, this is just like making any other background paper. You're just stamping away to see what works for your piece. There we go. And I do think the letters, the writing adds quite a bit to it. So we'll just go ahead and put it. Again, just moving it around, no big deal. You can layer them. I'm putting a few more on here than I had for my other one. But that's all right. I just wanted to test out what these other stamps looked like. Let's see, maybe we'll put like that. We'll add one down here, because that's a little bit of a harsh. There we go. And you could always just go down if you find like a little empty spot and you just want to add a little piece to it. I don't have a whole lot of empty spots here, so we'll probably have to change that one out. And I decided I do want to put her face on here. This is probably my favorite stamp of this set. There it is. Really like this one. And I think I want to put her maybe just looking over. I want her to stand out, so we'll put her right on top here. And then really, that's all there is to it. And so what I'll do is I will set these aside, close all my ink back up, and store them on the freezer paper. But I'll also take them off so you can see just how it looked. I'll get it easy. And I think this tape is about 1 inch wide. I could be off a little bit, but I'll check. And you can just get this. You can get a whole roll for about $3 either at your grocery store or one of your pharmacies. No problem. So these are, oh, well, it looks like it's 1.5 inch. And then I just went ahead and I estimated, but it's a 12-inch piece. And that is all that there is to it. You can mix and match your colors, change it up, and keep working with it. But that's all there is. Thank you for watching.